What's going on, everybody? I hope and pray that you're doing just incredibly well. So, on this video, I want to talk to you about the things that I believe you should be focusing on to get your first deal or to close your next deal. All right. So, before I dive into the content, please like, subscribe, share, and let me know if you get value out of this. So, what I want to discuss today is the things that we need to be focusing on, which are the money making activities. I am seeing so many new real estate investors, wholesalers getting into the industry. And guess what? They're all over the place. I need you to lock in and get focused on the things that are going to move the needle forward. Okay. And a lot of the times, the things that move the needle forward are not the things that you need to be working on. I think that is extremely important to know, right? I've seen so many people. They spend time building out websites because they think they need to have one of the top websites in the industry. I've seen so many people spend days and weeks trying to build out company logos and company colors and find the meaning behind the color combination and business cards and all of these things. I'm saying this jokingly, but I'm really not joking. I have seen so many people fall down this rabbit hole, okay? And none of that stuff matters. None of it. Now, you don't need a website unless you're doing maybe like some SEO. You could use a landing page if you're going to do something like Facebook marketing. That's a different scenario. But majority of us aren't doing that, and you don't need that. I probably went the first 5 years without a website, without a logo, without company cards, none of that stuff. You don't need it. Okay. What you need to be focusing on is talking to sellers. That's what moves the needle forward, right? So I need you to do number one, time block. I need you to spend time at least 10 to 15 hours a week having quality conversations and talking to sellers. That is what's going to get you paid. That's what's going to get you deals, and that's what's going to move the needle forward. I want you to remember this. If you're a note taker, write this down. If you're not making contact, you are not getting contracts. Okay. When I first started in this industry, I used to hammer the phones literally for 10, 11 hours a day, every day. And it allowed me to get 6 deals under contract that first month. But that goes to show you the level of intensity that I was calling at. And that's what I need you to focus on. Okay. Not even so much so going out to real estate meetups. Now, yes, they're good to go to because real estate is a relationship based business. So you want to start to build quality connections and quality relationships, but that shouldn't be the main thing, right? The main thing should be talking to sellers, solving problems, and getting deals under contract. Because what would happen, and I'll share a little bit about this to you. So, what I would do, I would get these properties under contract, and then I would go find a more seasoned investor um, where I could pass that baton along to, and they would go and find an end buyer, and then we would split that assignment fee 50-50. Sometimes we would just negotiate, at the beginning it was 50-50. Now I rarely do that. I might do something like, a 60-40 or a 70-30, especially if I'm the one bringing the deal. Like all of that stuff is negotiable. So you have those options there too. Once you get it under contract, pass that baton along. So you're not even spending time building out a massive buyers list. And you really don't need to do that now when you have platforms like Investor Base. I've already went down that rabbit hole, so I'm not anymore. But yeah, we need to spend time focusing on that. Also, what's important too, and this is just kind of a side note that I want to share with you. And I hope this is getting value out of this. If you're getting value out of this, please give me a thumbs up. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but this is some things that were on my heart that I want to share with you because I want to make sure that you are getting deals done and getting deals consistently. So what would also happen too is when I would get the properties under contract, then I would stop doing my cold calling or my outbound marketing, talking to sellers, because I'm over here trying to find end buyers. And what ended up happening is I kind of created this start and stop method for myself. So I'm going full throttle, calling, 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 getting deals, and then I slam on the brakes. And now I'm over here talking to buyers, trying to dispo, trying to walk the properties, all of those different things. And then once I got that sold, then I'm back over here, full throttle again, gas pedal to the floor, trying to get another deal, calling, calling, calling. And that's all it was. And when I was doing that, my income was very volatile, I guess you would say. It was all over the place. I didn't have consistent deal flow because I stopped the main thing. The main thing was the lead flow. The main thing was talking to sellers. So even as you are scaling things up and you're rocking and rolling, I still want you to time block. So what I ended up doing eventually is say, okay, from 10 to 2, generating new leads every single day. That's what I'm doing. From, maybe 3 to 8, I'm focusing on dispositions in the afternoon. I'm playing that role. This is highly important, especially if you're a one man or a one woman show where you're just getting things off the ground. And then slowly you can start to fill those roles, and slowly you can start to put people in the right place, in the right seats. So that way you can start to close more deals and more consistent. So I know this was a little bit of a rant, so to speak, but I pray that it added value to you and just kind of shined some light and gave you a little bit of direction, because I'm seeing and talking to a lot of people that genuinely just don't know where to start. But also, please subscribe to the channel. We're growing. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. Click the link below. I'm actually doing a live in-person training that's going to be a mastermind style. So I will see y'all there.